Hello guys, this is the river where the construction site and mining activities begin. Sand is the most consumed natural resources in the world compared to the water. Since the demand of sand is rising day by day in the construction site, millions of billions of sand are extracted from the riverside to support the development and economic growth of the country. Behind every new project and new houses, there lies big environmental concern. Coming to the point, rivers plays a vital role in supporting local communities with agriculture, fisheries and also biodiversity. Demand of sand increases and the mining project also will be increased. Therefore, the river pollution occurs. Now, we are going to have a talk with the student which lives near to the river. As a UMK student, what kind of struggles are you facing from the sand mining?
Every day, the sound pollution is very annoying. I cannot focus on study because of the noise polluted by the construction, and the smell is very bad.
From the talk, we have known that these construction sites have really affected UMK Jelly students. As the sediment is destructed, the water quality will be polluted and the aquatic habitat will be disrupted. To understand why this really happens, we need to first examine how sand moves through the industrial system. Therefore, the industrial metabolism concept is very important to overcome this problem.
Industrial metabolism is a flow of materials and energy, and it describes how natural resources are excreted and produce waste and environmental impacts. Mined materials is screened and packed into gravel, minerals and waste. The valuable minerals are collected while waste and trailing are returned to the mining area. The river serves as a natural source of river sand, which is an important raw material for the construction industry. Sand is naturally deposited in the river through erosion and sediment transport process. At this site, heavy machine is used to excrete sand from the riverbed and riverbanks before it is transported for use in construction, concentrate production, and infrastructure development. This makes the river an important source of natural resources that support economic activity in this region. Study shows water quality in the Kelantan River dropped until 2005 and 2008, driven primarily by construction, lane change, and wastewater. The fish in the surrounding area were also all dead. The fishermen said the pollution has turned the river water murky and clay-like, damaging the ecosystem and caused large amount of fish to die.
While sand mining supports economic development and construction industry, it also raises serious ethical concerns. This issue is not just about profitability, but whether economic benefits should come at the expense of the environment and public welfare. This creates a clear conflict between economic growth and the responsibility to protect society and natural ecosystems. Engineers and industry professionals are guided by ethical principles that require them to protect both people and the environment. When the environmental damage occurs, it's often local communities who suffer most, especially those who depend on rivers for their livelihoods. Natural resources must be managed responsibly to ensure future generations can continue to benefit from them. Industries also have a duty to act transparently and to ensure their activities remain within sustainable limits. This raises an important question: should industries prioritize short-term gains or adopt sustainable practices despite higher costs? Ultimately, true success should not be measured only by economic growth, but by our ability to protect communities, ecosystems, and future generations.
To show the professional resolution part, we are going to talk about from the view of industrial ecology. To create a more sustainable future, industry must replace the model of traditional linear system and adopt to the principle of industrial ecology, which show a circular system. Industrial ecology encourages the industry to function more like a natural ecosystem. The resources are used efficiently and the waste is minimized. Instead of fully depends on the natural river sand, the construction industry can explore alternative materials that reduce the pressure on the river ecosystem. Here is one of the solutions by using the manufactured sand, which also can call as a M sand. Here shows that how the manufactured sand is produced by crushing the rocks into the fine aggregates. The M sand can be used as a substitute for the natural river sand in the construction. Study has shown that it can provide comparable performance while reducing the dependence on river sand extraction. Besides that, there's also another important strategy, which is recycling of construction and demolition waste. The materials such as concrete, bricks, and other building materials can be processed and reused in the future construction project. This can create a circular flow of the materials and help reduce the demand for continuous resources extraction. At the same time, the sustainable mining practice should be strengthened through the stricter monitoring, extraction limit, and environmental rehabilitation program. Engineers, scientists, and industry leaders have an ethical responsibility to ensure that development does not come at the expense of environmental sustainability. By applying the principle of industrial ecology, we can reduce the pressure of sand mining on the Kelantan River, protect the natural ecosystem, and create a future where the economic development is balanced with the environmental problem.